Hey everybody, welcome to the Applesauce Apartments. Yeah, this is by Shallow Lagoon. It just kind of starts. I found this on Itch.io. Said I would check it out. It has a really bizarre art style. The rent is long overdue. Oh yeah, I need to pay rent today. My tenants grow complicit with comfort. Their fractured minds are beginning to fester. The sickly airborne plague of serotonin spares plant falsehoods of happiness within. Their wretched cores. Joy is of no use in this world. The sweet essence of utter despair fuels the hearts and minds of workers, churning the infinite wheels of profit. My leather-bound wallet swells in anticipation of their turmoil as they harvest sweet, sweet coin from the cold soils of this desolate world. Okay, so is this game just like a super, like, fuck capitalism kind of game? I mean, I'm all for it. Desolate world, how I crave the sweat-riddled sustenance of unbridled parasitic capitalism. Yep, there we go. My tenants are mere instruments in the pursuit of blind profit. I trust you to manifest my bidding. Go forth and harvest their labors. Okay. Oh, so now I click on a door. Okay. Let's go you. Hello? Oh, was this one of the tenants? Ah! Who goes there? All I see is darkness. Oh, I see. There's his mouth. And this part of his head has rotted away. All I see is darkness within these wretched, stricken walls. How I mourn the loss of vision. Come closer. Come closer. I was once an artist, you know. A sculptor of visual form. One of the world's finest workers of light. The boundless expanse of possibility at my fingertips. So cruelly snatched away. And how it was to witness all of creation stretched out before me, unimaginable. Beauty and unfathomable terror, listless. Intertwined, a seemingly infinite ballet of sensory pleasure for the eye sockets. Yet here I wallow, trapped in darkness evermore. Sight, but a once beautiful memory. You, dear visitor, you know not how lucky one is to be gifted with sight. It's only through loss we learn the true value of what we so easily take for granted. Your head? Should I say give back apple? Should I say... Let's say your head? What? Do I still have a patch of Marmite on my chin from this morning's breakfast? Spit it out. It's rather unkind of you to mock the blind for such trivial sensibilities as wayward stains. No, dude, like half your head is gone. After all, what is a stain's... What? Significance, what is a stain's significance compared to the infinite expanse of time following one's departure from this life? I feel like I'm reading a fever dream script or something. We must not waste the sparse time we have to experience existence within this universe fussing over matters of the stain. No. Alas, it is indeed that I happen to be balding. I have suspected such matters for some time now. Indeed, passage of time is not kind to the hairlines of people such as I. It is with great horror that the gradual receding is witnessed. The slow, near unbearable loss of one's curls, the inevitability of the experience as your lifelong head top. Companion vanishes before you. So he's like, you dare fuss over a stain? But then his hair, he's like, it's rough to say the least. Tell me, Have you ever heard the tale of the Orchard of Spores? Breathless were those whom entered. Their remains but a series of rot-tangled husks interwoven with the mulch and bracken. A vibrant technicolor oasis of poison-tinged flora and fungal matter, an untouched miracle. Hold on. This is a fuck ton of reading. I know this is that kind of game. Let's see, of Nature's Spite. Some say a scorned ancient woodland god slumbers within its midst, hidden within the murkiest depths of crimson pool composed of its own teardrops, irreparably broken by the loss of its only daughter to the callous, ever insatiable bloodlust of humanity. An ethereal forest entity slain as a false prophet and putrid harborer of anti-capitalistic ideologies. A mere disruption to the ever-whirring cogs of our vast smog, belching industrial inferno. Within this twisted orchard, there lies a divine gift unreachable by the scarred hands of mankind. A single fruit-bearing apple tree, the consumption of which is stated to spark unrivaled personal growth within the devouring host. But it rumor or truth, countless hordes of ambitious botanists have dedicated their lives to the pursuit of the apple's discovery, wandering into the depths of the orchard, never to be seen from again. Nonsense. Nonsense, you say? Mere nonsense? Have you no manners? Do you know how many people have lost their lives to these rumors? How many families have been torn apart in pursuit of that wretched fruit? Yet here you stand, scoffing like a child. Disgraceful. Nay, downright disgusting. Many I admire have been lost to those orchards. So many bright individuals, their futures forever extinguished. Gah! Putrid, vile, loathsome visitor. Tell me, why did you come here? Harvest rent. You've come to collect? Fine, free me of this guilt. Extinguish the blistering woe that haunts this soul's. I should have died back then. Back when it meant something. Back when I could have saved them. Okay, so I got rent from one guy. Who's this? Hi. Are you gonna be such a chatterbox? Oh, you have sideways eyes. Ha ha ha. You're an odd-looking fellow. It's been a long old while since I've seen any actual human skin wearers around these parts. Recently, it's just been apple, apple, and more apple. Ho-ho! Don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of fruit and verging on full-body metamorphosis myself, but lately the mold seems to be taking hold of more than just the tenant's forms. At first, I was admittedly pretty horrified when my pigmentation began festering into this sickly shade of putrid green. I even vomited a little when my fingernails inverted and... When my fingernails inverted, and my organs gradually fused into a sponge-like plantae matter? Plantae? That consumed my human nerves into a raging torrent of anguish. Those distortions of the flesh were little more than an appetizer for what was to come. The rot, it devours us. Imagine, if you will, every cell in your wretched body screaming out in blistering pain, begging for the sweet release of death. Days upon days of writhing agony, watching as your mind wilts and your body festers, your bodily husk festers, unable to intervene. This constant torture, and still, they expect rent? These days, I can barely muster the will to lift myself from my spore-riddled mattress. How can they possibly expect me to muster the vapid chalice of monetary gain with such afflictions? Our government has abandoned us. There is no budget for the suffering. This is definitely, like, on the nose about, like, what a lot of people went through in 2020. They've left us out in the sun to decay whilst they lord around in their mansions, flaunting our purse. Here we remain, empty, broken, our souls to be reaped in the grand harvest, our minds destroyed by those bearing the ghastly title of landlord. You seem awfully worked up. What were you before all this? All this, believe it or not, I was a simple flesh-bound human like you. I had dreams, grand ambitions, love. Questions such as those often ascertain the bland, emotion-sapping void known as a career. For it was never a matter of choice, but mere necessity. Do you know the depths of despair felt only by those in retail? Yes. Worked, from time I was like 16 to like 22 in retail. And holy shit. Worst of the worst. The malice in their eyes of the public. The sheer disregard for the emotional struggles of their fellow people as they tear their minds asunder in the vapid pursuit of capitalistic trinkets. What drives one to berate a mere teenager over the pettiest of storefront inconveniences? The madness within their souls, the blind desire to inflict their suffering upon those they deem lesser. Wealth, for all its worth, corrupts. Wealth drags the human from one's soul, taping their eyes shut to the callous nature of those vast emotional cruelties they enact upon those struggling. Can they not see the soul breaking within those they damage so willingly? Are we as a society not better than this? There's no merriment to be found in this cycle of neglect and despair. Ho, the light of ambition that once drove me is all but extinguished. My dreams cling in desperation to the fading hopes of future joy. How long will they last? Am I merely chasing the ghost of an illusion that never was? I can just ask him what it's his favorite color. He's like getting so in-depth in like big-brained ideology about retail and capitalism and stuff. And he's like, our character's like, what's your favorite color? The rut distortion is all consuming. The eyes no longer bear the capacity of color retention. All I witness with these weary pupils is a bleak sea of green, riddled with pulsations rippling in motion with the earth, the sensation that of an old god's fractured dreamscapes projected through the accursed network of warped spore tendrils. Oh, we apple folk are privy to sensations beyond human perception. Each day the vortex of pain, oops, I clicked on accident, sorry, grows ever more intense. I can't but pray for an end to this suffering. Ho, this misery will be the end of me. Harvest rent. Take what you will. To live is to suffer. Spill my lifeblood upon the floors of your palaces. This system was never built for the likes of us. We sculpted the very foundation of this modern world. We toiled in factories and broke our bodies upon the altar of progress. Yet those above us seek to only see us harmed. Yell me. Is a society so willing to crush the minds and souls of the exploited worth saving at all? Ho. Okay. Do I just click anywhere? Do I actually have to click on... What if I go back to this guy? The ghast, who goes there? Oh, okay, so it just repeats. Alright. I already harvested your rent, bro. Get back, you apple. Apple? I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about. Anyways. Yeah, let me get back to the harvest rent. This is a lot of reading. But it's weird. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be like, what the fuck was this? But different. You know, I'll cut back to the next section. Oh. Hey. For scum, I also wasn't expecting such success. I have to say, congratulations, you've done me well. Releasing those wretched tenants of the accursed lives they so dearly clung to. Tell me, was it easy? I do hope not. Those fools were ever on my case, demanding luxuries such as heating and water. Look me in the eyes. I am no charity. You think I can afford to spend this wealth on items I shan't experience? Loathsome apple-fleshed vermin. How filthy. I shudder at the mere thought of those apartment dwellers breathing the same air as I. Do you know how long it'll take me to scrub those rooms of their remains? Now that they're all gone, who do you think will cover the costs? That's right, me. Anyway, you have the apples, right? Give them here. Here you go. Crunch. Slurp. Snap. Slurp. The growth. The growth is all mine. I'll be rich. Rich beyond reason. What? Cool, so we played a game about just ripping off tenants and just feeding the crushing weight of capitalism. We lined somebody else's purse while we suffered. Fantastic. That was weird. I never expected to play a game like this, ever. Yeah, what do you guys think? Yeah, leave a comment. Also, if you could leave a like, that would be great. Follow me on Twitter. Link is down in the description. And also, I'm playing through Cry of Fear on Patreon. So if you want to check that out, for as low as $1 a month, link down in the description. Yeah, cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all next time.